It's here, man, the negative video I mentioned in my previous Assassin's Creed Odyssey video. I've spoken about single player microtransactions in the past regarding to Devil May Cry 5, and I was repetitively told, hey bro, do you even know how to play Devil May Cry? And regardless of it being constructive criticism or harassment, I've repetitively told them, look, it's irrelevant which game includes these microtransactions for progress because it's all bad. I'm not trying to be picky, I'm not trying to be selective about which franchise I see negativity in. I can be critical of an aspect in a game without saying the entire game is bad. So if you want to take valid criticism and make it into something more like, I don't know, hate towards a franchise, hey man, that's your problem. I think the primary reason that video was so disliked was, well, because fans of Devil May Cry couldn't look at their game objectively and were too involved with asserting their previous experience with Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. And I took it to heart that I didn't have any experience with Devil May Cry before, so I decided to watch a lot of other videos on the specific topic of Devil May Cry 5 microtransactions. I watched a lot of popular videos that echoed my sentiments. A lot of the bigger YouTubers seemed to be saying the exact same thing that I was, but a lot of the smaller YouTubers that I came across happened to be defending Capcom. And there were some common sayings among the Capcom defenders, the primary one being, oh look, it's optional to use these microtransactions. They're not forcing you to buy them or anything. It's completely optional. And it being optional shouldn't even be a thing. Like, the entire premise of buying experience, regardless if the game requires skill to play or not, shouldn't exist. It's a single player game, so the whole skill thing doesn't even matter. The only person really tracking your progress is you. Even if you get achievements in the game, the only person holding you to a standard is you. Just ask yourself one thing: why are there microtransactions in this game? What purpose does it serve? And if you find another answer besides to make money, let me know, because as far as I can conclude, it's a cheap and uncreative way to make more money on a full-fledged $60 game. And now here we are, the tables have been flipped. This is Assassin's Creed, my favorite franchise, as I've stated in the past, and clearly I'm a bit of a fanboy. I've played literally every mainline release, and many of the side ones too, and now it's being plagued by the exact same issue, single player microtransactions. And I stand by my previous statement. All single player microtransactions that trade money for progress in a $60 game are unneeded. Buying your progress is not a valid way to play the game, and I mean that. You buy the game for a challenge. If you purchase games to have fun, great. There's an entire market of casual games that are specifically targeted towards an easy experience. Why then are many developers trying to reach outside their demographic, that is the more serious and dedicated players, and attempting to influence casual players to spend money on their game? Personally, the only answer I have is money. I don't know why there's this practice of creating the problem and then providing the solution under this guise of player choice. Real player choice is something like cheat codes. Cheat codes circumvent the grind in the exact same way and allow the player to obtain in-game items faster but for free. That's true choice. When you put a monetary label on something like cheat codes, it's kind of frustrating. To get to the root cause of this issue, we really have to look at the law of supply and demand in relation to video game monetization and inflation. I know it's a bit boring, but the quick synopsis of this is: in traditional markets, consumers demand goods, producers supply them. It's basic macroeconomics 101. The price is determined by each of these factors. For example, if there's high demand and low supply, price increases. If there's high supply and low demand, the price decreases. However, with AAA games, there is a market price predetermined by publishers to ensure a level playing field amongst competitors and return maximum profit. So there's no need to haggle over the price in regards to supply and demand. But the $60 price tag has not been adjusted for inflation since the mid-1990s. This means two things. In order to create more revenue, you must either sell more games or sell in-game items to create additional profit. I personally have no issue with valid DLC. When a game has more than enough content for $60, there's no issue in supplying the consumers with additional content for money. The problem arises when publishers chunk away at the main storyline, making it minimal so that players feel more enticed to purchase DLC. And even though it's a nefarious practice, it's just as bad as single-player microtransactions. Single-player microtransactions don't offer anything extra or new. It's just swapping money for progress. It's cheap, uncreative, and goes against the entire reasoning for playing a game in the first place. In fact, it's kind of the opposite of creating a minimal main storyline. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is around a 55-hour game, give or take a few hours. Publishers know that. They also know that people don't have 55 hours to spare just so they can beat the main storyline. So considering that many people are going to be in this predicament, they create a solution. Why not give them experience for money? Better yet, why don't we make missions have a soft level requirement so you can't access them until you grind through at least some of the ones that came before. And listen, I enjoy playing games that take their time. I don't like to be rushed. That's why I like Assassin's Creed Origins, I like The Witcher 3, and that's why I'll probably like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I personally don't mind the quest level requirements. But unlike me, it's not meant for people that only have a couple hours to spare or don't want to spend their limited time for months on end in order to beat one game. Developers need to understand that. They should also respect the fan base they have and contribute to them instead of trying to reach out and grab as much money as they can from as many wallets as they can reach. It's obvious their intentions are to get more people playing their game so they can make more money, and I'm perfectly fine with them enlarging their fan base for monetary reasons. More power to you, just do it in a manner that doesn't dilute the game for others. Make standalone games like Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry for people that want to experience Assassin's Creed in a shorter duration. Be creative, earn the money from casual players instead of sneaking it away from them. That's just my opinion on this topic, guys. What do you think? If you disagree, please leave a comment down below explaining why you disagree, or if you agree with me, maybe you would like to expand on what I've been talking about in this video. Either way, make sure to leave a comment if you have anything to say. If you liked this video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more content like this, please hit subscribe. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.